Hey everybody, just wanted to do a follow-up video just to show the fail-safe system that I put together after I posted this first video on the forum last night. There were two things that were brought up, and both of them really had to do with what if the power goes out. So the idea was to put basically to put in place something that would keep my floor from getting really, really wet. So anyway, the first thing I did actually was I put together this overflow system. So if too much water comes from the sump into the tank, it'll just get dumped back into the sump and won't overflow the top of the tank. The second part is actually just a real simple implementation of drilling a hole in the siphon tube up at the top of the tank. So again, first thing. Still same as last night. The first tube is the intake off of the tank into the sump. So anyway, the middle tank is now the overflow system, and then the right tube is the inlet back into the main tank. Go ahead and laugh at me, leave comments, whatever. The whole system is being held together with zip ties for the time being, just so I can move things around if I need to. Still using the same power head. Correction to last night is it's 258 gallons per hour, not 300, so that was my mistake. So anyway, I guess let's take a look at the top up here. So if you look at the tube on the left there, you can see the hole that I drilled. So basically the idea being if the power goes out, the siphon's going to keep sucking until it gets down to that spot. Then it will lose all of its suction. So I've tested that, it works. And then this tube, you can't really see what it's doing, but it's actually the overflow, this one on the right here. Let's look at it from the top. So anyway, let's see if we can't. Yeah, no, it's not really doing much anything right now. I think I've got the intake on the left side there up too high. So I've also got this tube here on the back. This is basically the exhaust, and having this on the top of it actually keeps it quiet. If I take that off, I guess it's not running right now. So it would actually be normally loud. By putting this on here, keeps it pretty quiet. Then I've got the check valve where I actually started the siphon for this originally, and that's really about it. So anyway, just to give you a quick idea of how this is going to work, I'll fake a power outage essentially, and I'll turn off the pump, and let's see if we watch this. Everything goes right. We should see that water level go up, and at the same time we should see this one go down. Let's get this up here. So now you can actually hear it suck. It's trying to suck air through the system. So it's gotten to that point. So now I've really got nothing going on. There's no water really at this point being sucked out of the tank. There's no water being sucked back into the tank. I mean, no water will move in either direction at this point. So I guess there's still a little bit. It's still trying. You may be able to see that. So we'll just go ahead and give that a second. But anyway, so then, I mean, that's great and everything, but under normal circumstances, if the power were to come back on, if I didn't have that suction going, the pump would kick back on, and it would proceed to dump, I don't know, was that about 15 gallons in this 20-gallon tank sitting there? So I don't want that for obvious reasons. So let's see. It's still trying, but I'll go ahead and get the power turned back on, reactivate the pump there. So then, again, if we watch up here, we can see that That hole is reappearing as the water goes back up. And I'm not sure if we actually lost all of our suction. And down here, looks like we did. Yeah, I think we did. So now the idea would be that now that the power's come back on and I've lost all of my suction, that once the water gets to a certain level, thankfully this overflow maintains a suction even if there's no water going into it. So we should see that here in just a minute. Alright, so it's starting to go over now. Alright, so let's see if we can hear this now. Oops. So that's that exhaust tube that I was talking about, right here across the way. So if I put that back on there, it just keeps it quiet. But now we can see, if we come back down here, so now I'm getting a full circulation. I'm not getting anything through the main system there. And the reality is I don't even know if I need that now that I've seen how this all works. But I'm going to keep it and have both systems set up just in case. So anyway, at this point, if I were to come home and hear that, I would know that I need to restart that siphon. But, I mean, that's the full system in all of its glory, I guess, that will hopefully keep my fish tanks a little cleaner and my floors a little drier. If you've got any other questions, comments, whatever, I'd love to have them. So leave me a message. Thanks.